I dream that a childhood friend of mine sent me a message offering some PC related services for my personal computer, and I didn't need it, but for some reason I still going to see him and to find out more what's all about this message. However, while I'm standing in the entrance of his building, uh, inside the building, near the entrance of his apartment, I changed my mind after rereading the message and realizing I really didn't need it. So I started going down the stairs and trying to avoid meeting him or his neighbors. Then I got into the elevator, but unexpectedly he got in too and started asking me about his offer. So I told him I don't need it because I don't have a personal computer at home. But he continued, well, maybe in your office or whenever you work, you need it. I'm replying that I didn't need it at work either. So we left the building and he started leading me somewhere. I don't know where we're going. The places seemed familiar to me, but I didn't fully understand what's the plan. So I'm asking him where we're heading and where is the right way. But a little bit earlier, while I was still trying to orient myself, I wanted to turn somewhere else, but didn't dare to. So we walking further, and I'm slightly behind him, and I'm looking at him, and he is dressed only in some blue swim trousers, briefs, with a distinctly homosexual mannerism in his walk, and in his hands he have playing cards, and he just putting them in other people belongings, some bags, some windows, on some chairs, etc. And I'm thinking that is really strange. Maybe he was doing it for luck, since in real life he always seemed to struggle financially. For some reason, that was my explanation at that moment in the dream, because it was so weird. I don't know what to think even about it. Then we walk in side by side, and he tried to take my hand briefly for a couple of seconds. I think, well, that as well is very strange, but I didn't immediately push him away, but slowly removing my hand. And then we got a bit off track from our intended destination, but eventually we arrived at some friend's apartment. And one of the friends living here with an Asian woman and the child. And there are some other friends with them. So I see, but that information about Asian woman and the child, I know this is just in a dream, because in real life it's not true. But when we entered the another room, when I see this guy, he is sitting with some different woman. So that as well, for me, very strange. I don't know what it's all about. And at that moment, I'm waking up. So what's the meaning of this dream? My childhood friend represents any of the person in dreams represents some part of me, of my own personality. And the childhood friend, it's old me, my old attitudes. And he offers me some technical services, In other words, something rational, some rational solution. And even though at first I go to him out of habit, I realize I no longer need it. Perhaps this approach is outdated for me, and now I need maybe something different. And the fact that despite my caution and attempts to avoid him, he still finds me in the elevator, that suggests that one cannot escape one's inner content. Then he leads me somewhere, and I don't know where we are going. In this way, the unconscious part of my personality is guiding me because I'm uncertain and doubtful about the direction in my real life. He looks, to put it mildly, unconventional, with a pronounced sexual undertone, more feminine. He just reflects my repressed sensitivity and emotionality, or some fear of weakness or vulnerability. In other words, the irrational part. And this repressed part offers contact to my ego, to me, by taking my hand. But I'm not yet fully ready to accept it. But at the same time, I no longer reject it, since I remove my hand slowly and gently. This guy, this friend of mine, behavior and appearance and actions towards me clearly make me understand that this is a manifestation of the trickster archetype. In other words, an image from collective unconscious, by the name as Trickster. He also has playing cards, which are as well strong symbol of some chance, fate, risk, and he scatters them into other people's belongings. So for me it looks like some kind of manipulation, interference, the sowing of chaos. That is, he uses humor, cunning, and chaos to break some boundaries or patterns. So he is trying to introduce to me some a non-standard element into my strictly rational world in order to stimulate my change, development, or transformation, since I reject his direct proposals. So he invents cunning and deceptive paths. In the dream, I justify his behavior as a luck. He is doing that for luck because he has financial difficulties. This may suggest that I tend to rationalize strange or incomprehensible things in real life, both within myself and in outer world. And then I find myself in a friend's apartment and don't understand the picture inside. Why one of my friends who is married to one woman is there with another? This is just illogical and irrational scene for me. That meant to make me reflect that not everything in life is explained by reason. And since I'm in a state of uncertainty about the further direction of my life, not knowing the goal of the journey in the dream, the unconscious is trying to orient me, and through different formulations and images, trying to attempt to convey that the old self of me, some rational and inflexible, is no longer effective, and that I need to pay attention to the softer or more unconventional sides of my personality. And this is just a continuation of the process of my inner transformation as my previous dreams, the integration of the conscious and the unconscious.